Hello guys, and welcome back to a new FIFA career mode. So we're starting back into League One, due to obviously reasons that I explained in the last video, but we're cracking on again and hopefully getting the road to glory back up and into the Premier League. It's going to be more difficult. I made everyone kind of less good really, like everyone's in the mid 60s, high 67, 68, so it's going to be a tough season. We're not going to walk it because I think I made the mistake of having like so many people like high 70s, 80s in League One, so it's a little bit unfair. But this season is going to be a little bit different. It's going to be more tough, and I think that it will be maybe I don't know, 6 teams hopefully going for like the top of the table, and then the rest going for the playoffs. So we start away at Fleetwood. The fixtures are exactly how Pompey played this season in terms of who we got. All the postponements in like real life are actually the games that will be played onto here. So this is the team that we're going for. We're playing with 4-3-3, but mainly two centre holding midfielders of Tommy and Paul, with Neil just behind Mikey, and obviously myself and B on the wings. Ian is the away goalkeeper as always. And Sov will be the home one, and Alfie will be in the cups. And we, kind of got slow going. It took a little while, but 27 minutes in, Neil tried defeated myself the first time. Comes back around the second time. It's a good ball into the back post, and Paul sliding in, and he hits it against the goalkeeper and scores. Kind of squeezes it in, very tight angle. Keeper should have done better, but Paul is the first goal scorer on our season for this game, and he gets a 1-0 lead. And then Novio coming charging down the right, plays it into B. He whips it in towards Joe. It was well cleared. It fell to Tommy, into Mikey's feet, and a tame effort with his left foot straight at the goalkeeper. So really, we should have kind of been 2-0 up there, but it's a really weak effort from Mikey. And then here, Fleetwood work it really well, and it's a good finish into the far corner to make it 1-1. Nothing that we could really do about that. Very frustrating in terms of the defending, but it was a really good finish. And then B switching out to myself, who puts in another really good cross into Mikey, low hard driven shot, and Mikey hits it on the underside of the bar. And as you notice, the ball was probably supposed to bounce back up, but the ball glitched into the ground. Even Mikey hit it that hard, but it didn't matter. Mikey scored and made it 2-1 to us. And then Dan gives away a foul. I didn't think it was a penalty. Dan just stood his ground. The player ran into him, but it was given as a penalty. So Fleetwood had a chance to equalise with 20 minutes to go, as they make a change, which is a really weird place to make a change. But Garner steps up, and it is well saved from Ian, who pushes it over for a corner kick as we make a couple of changes. And then here we try and play it out from the back, and I do generally hate playing out from the back, but Chris's hard really touch into Hayes, who just came on. Really good turn, and he slots it away into the far corner. And then B won it back really well, and then he gets lucky with a ricochet, and it was going to go out, and it's 2 versus 1. B's just running and running and running, and then he tries something really stupid here, and he tries a little flick, and like really excited, and I accidentally hit the pause button, but it ended up in the back of the net anyway. In the 91st minute, B looks to have secured the 3 points. Novio is the one leading the celebrations there and charging with his left hand. But on the replay, as you can see, B almost scoring, but then almost stopping it with his own foot. He's like stops it with his right foot, and you can just see that it crossed the line. I'd have been more annoyed that if he stopped us scoring as well, but never mind. B gives us a 1-0 or a 3-2 win, and our first victory of the season, and 3 points. Now Port Vale, and in the last couple of games that I've done this, we've not really had any luck in terms of playing any one of the smaller teams in our league or like League 2. We've always get Premier League or Championship, so I'm actually quite happy that we've got a League 2 side in Port Vale. And they actually played really well. It took 40 minutes for the worst real chance to come through. James Wilson into Colin, but it was a really good save from Alfie. We managed to get the away from the second clearance. And then it was given away here. And then Jax with a really good ball into B, and a first time ball over to Ocean. And great touch with his left thigh. Kind of got too close to the goalkeeper, but it didn't matter. Ocean scored, and it was 1-0. And that all came from an Alfie save at one end. We broke away, and we managed to make a Port Vale play into their own hands really, and a counter attack from us and a long ball, and we take a 1-0 lead just before the break as well. Ocean scoring his first goal of the season. Like I said in the last video, many more to come. Joe did really well. It was a block shot. Neil was on the edge as well, but he just lays it in, has a shot. Danny was going to tap it into an empty net. It hit the defender on the arm, but I thought it was the back. But the ref should have let that go because it was going to hit. Danny was just going to score into an empty net. So I was surprised that he didn't let that go and play the advantage. But I took away the penalty to make it 2-0 and send us through into the next round. And yeah, that's pretty much done and dusted, really. Ocean on the score sheet, as I said he would be, especially in these cup games. That is going to be really good. We kind of give it away here, sloppy from Paul, but it's a really weak effort and it's well saved from Sov. Shouldn't be really playing up from that. And then into the second half, it took until the second half to get going, really. Didn't really get going in the first, but B finally rushes in and hits it large and ho under the goalkeeper. He didn't put it into the far corner, went under the goalkeeper, but B gives us a 1-0 lead. Probably against the run of play. Crew came here and defended really well and tried to hit us on the counter attack, but it didn't work. We actually did that to them. And then again, we played it really well, timed his run really well, Mikey, and what a finish that is, up into the top corner. The keeper actually got a hand to it, in all fairness. It touched the tip of his hand and went into the far corner, which helped it into the roof of net. But we take a 2-0 lead, and then all of a sudden, Crew out of nowhere, it was poor defending either from Chris or Dan there. One of them probably have to look at each other and think you should be clearing that, but Long made it 2-1. And then here, Tommy lays it on the plate to Paul, who shots, and it hits the guy's arm. His arm was above his head, really, unnatural position. I think that's the only reason handballs are given. I step forward, slot it away, and it's 3-1, and that should be game over, really. Especially against the Crew side, of course, who are right down the bottom of the league in real life and not really playing very well. And then we played some really good football here, and then B away, his stamina is going down quite a lot due to the fact he played a lot of games. He put in a really good ball into myself. Joe had a shot. I think it was going in until Mikey decided to tap it in with his arm, but the goal was actually ruled out for offside, not handball. And then Mikey here probably should have grabbed his hat trick, but it's tipped onto the bar and it bounced on the line. Literally on the line, couldn't get no more closer for coming out, but it was a really good save. And I made a couple of changes, and that changes actually sort of dented us. Tony gave it away there into Sambu, who had the shot and curled it in to make it 3-2 with 9 minutes to go. Really good finish, actually, past the goalkeeper. And then into the 4th minute of added time, they just put it into the box. It was poor defending from Dan. It was well saved from Sov, and then the referee blew the whistle for full time. But on the replay, when I looked back on it, I thought, why did he do that? He didn't let him tap it in. He was actually offside, and the guy who put it in the back of the net. So it wouldn't have counted anyway, regardless if the ref blew his whistle or not. It was actually offside. So he got very lucky in that respect. Shrewsbury next at Fratton Park, back-to-back home games. Really good ball, really good play. This was from Shrewsbury. Wally here, really good save from Sov. 2 good saves that he's had to make. Novia did well not to give away a penalty, because I thought it would have been a penalty, but it turned out that it wasn't, due to the fact that Novia probably used his strengths. And then Bennett curled one and Sov tips over the bar. Really good save again. That's 3 saves that he's had to make. But I couldn't do nothing about Wally's shot. Just in and off the post, just curled it too far away from Sov. But it was totally with the run of play. Shrewsbury deserved that. We were really poor and took so long to get going in this game. But we did get going. It took us to go a goal down to get something back. And Mikey scores a fantastic header, curls it into the corner. Really good diving header up and over the goalkeeper to make it 1-1. But as I said, it just took us to go in 1-0 down. Shrewsbury had like 4 or 5 shots before we even did anything. Neil's effort was blocked by that arm again. I think it was going in anyway because he probably put too much curl on it. But it was handball. So for the first time in this game, and really undeservedly, I gave us the lead. As I said, we just played so bad. It was really, really tough going for us. Maybe these a lot of games that we played so far. We played Saturday, Tuesday, and this is obviously a Tuesday, and we'll play Saturday again. So it's a lot going for us in respect of sort of the game so far. And then we broke. Shrewsbury sort of caught napping. They wanted to hit us on the counter. Tony played it through to Neil, and it's a really good finish. And he kills the game off. And out of nowhere, in 30 minutes, we scored 3 goals to take 3 points, and Shrewsbury would be kicking themselves. They came down here to play. They did really well. and they ended up losing the game, which was really tough for them. Neil with a good ball over the top against Doncaster. Mikey hit this first time. What a finish that is. I did not even expect it to go in the net. I thought Mikey was just going to hit it along the floor, but he didn't. He rocketed it into the far corner, up and over the goalkeeper, and it was a really good finish. And we take a 1-0 lead early on, probably given back after a couple of poor games. Dudu was onside just, I think, even from that replay, you can see he was onside, but it is 1-1. And then B here does really well, just waits for the defender to commit, carries on running, defender's not tracking him, going all the way. He's got no fitness, but it didn't matter. Hits it into the roof of it and make it 2-1. And that's B's like fourth goal already, scoring lots and lots of goals already this season. But the killer of imagery trying, really good pass back, curls it in. I had probably expected Ian to do better. It looked like when playing it was like, okay, it's a goal, whatever. But like on replay there, Ian probably should have done better to save it. But we go down 2-2 and it's dropped points in the 92nd minute. We can see the goal. Dan had a shot and it hit, I think, Thompson's arm, who used to play for us, so probably given us the penalty to score. I wasn't on the pitch, so I gave it to Danny, who had the shot and probably deserved to score anyway, but he slotted it away. Really good penalty from Danny, and we take the lead against Peterborough, of course in the cup as well. So this was the second round, but again, I'm happy that we're playing a team like Peterborough because they're beatable, and it's proven to be so far after scoring really early. And then it was a really good save here from Alfie Poku having a shot. Alfie doing really well. Blaming his defence from where he was. And then Jack's here. I wanted to go carry on further, but the defender got back round. But what a ball this is from Jack's, all the way back stick to B. And he shoots and rockets it into the far corner, celebrates in front of the away fans, holding the captain's armband and leading by example in a team of the second sort of string here. Rob did really poor. I expected Rob to get a foot in and sort of challenge that, but Jack Marriott made it 3-2. And then Joe here, really good touch, has a shot. It's a really good save onto the post from the goalkeeper. And then it falls to B. And then Ocean has a shot and it's blocked by the arm of the defender. And we get another penalty. But Joe was so unlucky, but it's a really good save from the goalkeeper. I was then onto the pitch as I had the shot to hit the bar. I made a couple of subs, but I slotted away to make it 3-1. And that should see us through to the next round of the third round of the Carabao Cup, when the Premier League teams will come into it. So hopefully we'll see who we get, and it won't be such a tough team. But Peterborough did come back with a little bit of fight here. Again, it's a really good ball. It's a fantastic finish, and I've got to take nothing away from the finish, but it's the line. It's a tight line. We need to get better in stopping these balls getting through our defence. We could have had a fourth, and it could have been Rob who could have shot. It was a really good save from the goalkeeper. Peterborough tried to manage to get it clear. I tried to keep the pressure on and block all the tackles, but it ended 3-2 to us, and we take another victory in the cup and go through. Josh McGuinness scoring away at Wigan. 35 minutes on the clock, a really tight game, but I expect nothing from that. Wigan are a really, really good side, and yeah, it was a really good finish. Neil here should have equalised, but he hit the bar, which was really unlucky. But then watch this determination from Joe, resets himself, dinks it in there, and then Neil headers it up and over the goalkeeper to make it to 1-1. Really good finish, but Neil should have scored earlier, but hit the bar with his weaker right foot as well. But it didn't matter. We recycle it and we managed to score, and it is 1-1. And then into the latter stages again, it's another through ball, but it's poor from us because we get turned so many times. Look, and it's through ball. Novio keeping him on side this time. Just the defence are all over the place, and Charlie Wyke of all people comes off the bench to score and make it 2-1. So that's our first defeat. Rotherham yet to lose, 1-4, drawn 1. Wigan have yet to draw, but they could have done with us, which would have saved the L. So we're sat up there. Lincoln and Crewe, surprisingly up there. Crewe's only defeat came to us, and they went unbeaten after that. Plymouth and Sunderland are just on the outside. MK Dons and Ipswich and Bolton are sort of towards the mid-table, bottom of the table. So really not good for them. Goal scorers, as I said, B, Mikey and Joe all on 4. Neil's on 2. Paul's on 1. Dan's on 1. And Ocean's on 1. Clean sheets is Alfie, who has 1, which he kept against Port Vale in the Cup. But guys, if you have enjoyed this video, leave a like on it. Also subscribe if you are new. And then yeah, I'll keep rolling out these videos as well. Leave a comment if you want to see anything different in the next videos. But thanks for watching, guys, and I'll talk to you later.